everyone, it's Chrissy and I'm back with my May wrap-up. I was supposed to film this earlier, but I kind of forgot and I also got busy, so here we go. The first book that I managed to read in the month of May was Revolution by Jennifer Donnelly. It's about the main girl like in modern times, and she finds a diary of someone from the 1700s. It's right there. This took me a while to read because it was semi-contemporary, semi-historical fiction, but I enjoyed it nonetheless and actually had a good time reading it. And the book was floppy. The next book that I managed to read was Lavinia by Urusla Le Guin. Oh my goodness, this book was so good. It was so short, I finished it in 2 days, but that's mostly because I abandoned everything else just to finish reading it. It was so worth it. And I have never read was it the Odyssey or the Iliad? Either. The one by Homer, where she's in it, she's like a secondary character, but Urusla Le Guin really brought the character of Lavinia to life, and I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. This was just such a good book. I so recommend it. And the next book, the third book that I read, it's from this series, this historical fiction series that I decided to get into, mostly because it was an impulse buy, but then after that I was like, you know, it just intrigued me because I've never really read books like these before, also because it's from a guy's perspective as the main character, so I figured, you know, why not? I'll try something new. So I bought Ratcatcher by James McGee. It's about a Bow Street runner who solves mysteries and crimes back in the 1700s, Regency, England. So good, kind of actually. This first book reminded me of like an American historical fiction movie where the main character is British and he has like this dark past and he's so awesome and things. And I really like the blurb at the back. It's like, the rich hate him, thieves fear him, women love him. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, this sounds like a fun cheesy read. It wasn't that cheesy, but it was okay. I liked it. It was fun. And then the next, but you could tell like this was his first book, so I had better expectations for the second book, which turned out to be better, which is James McGee, The Resurrectionist. This is the second book in the Matthew Hawkwood series. There's I think up to 5 books now. The 5th book was just released, I think either late last year or early this year, and this one was much better. It was about the resurrection men, like the guys who dug up the newly buried graves of people for the doctors who were learning anatomy. So good. He actually researched this very well, and it gave me a very good insight as to what those times were like, and I really like that. But then I originally had a plan to like just read this next book, which contains lots of short stories throughout the month, just to spread it out. But because I got started and then I couldn't stop, that was the Bane Chronicles by Cassandra, Clare, Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. So good. Like, I started and I couldn't stop. I pretty much, well, from start to finish pretty much took me like 2 weeks, but within each sitting the first sitting I finished more than half of the book, and then the second sitting I finished it entirely. So that sort of ruined my plans, because after this I couldn't get into the third James McGee book, which I just finished now for June, so I'll just put that in my June wrap-up. So this was so good. All of these, I'm so glad I waited for the actual book. This was good closure for me for the Mortal Instrument series. So yeah, this was a good closure because I'm waiting for like the next series, the Dark Artifices. I think that's next year, or next year. So I have to wait, but that's okay because Magnus Bane made it worth it. Magnus Bane is awesome. Yeah, so these are all the books I read in May. Yeah, some pretty chunky books here, but it was good. It was good. So have you guys read any of these? Are you planning to? Have you heard of any of these? Well, clearly probably this one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I will see you guys next time. Bye!